What's going on, everybody? Joel here from State 48 Exotics, and today I'm going to talk double recessives. Okay, what's up, everybody? So first and foremost, in the snake room here, but we have to talk about something. The mustache, got the bars going pretty solid right now, and my hair is wild. This quarantine is gnarly for haircuts, and obviously as time goes on, I feel like men everywhere are just going to start doing more and more outlandish things with their facial hair, and that's where we're at right now. We are just powering away with the handlebar mustache and growing the hair out and letting everything just get crazy, because after this is all done, I'll get cleaned up and nice and pretty for everybody, right? But yeah, so double recessive projects. So that's kind of what I wanted to talk about today. I've gotten a question recently about kind of the best way to go about starting a double recessive, as far as like purchasing goes, or maybe starting your own breeding project and stuff like that. I'm obviously not an expert at all, but for the most part, this entire setup right here is all pretty much dedicated to most of double recessive stuff. So I really do like the double recessive projects. I think they're definitely the future and the way to go. A lot of these double recessives are looking incredible together. Like, I feel like Hypo, for instance, Hypo got a rework just by putting into clown and your pieds and stuff like that. Like, Hypo goes so well with a lot of double recessives. Holy cow, cannot talk right now. But before we kind of jump into that, I wanted to show off the retics a little bit because they're up and happy and moving around. So there was Twinkie. Lighting isn't perfect in there, but she's been cruising around a little bit, and I felt like I haven't shown her off in a little while, so I wanted to do that. Bam Bam is currently, he's hiding. He's just doing his thing under there, so I'm not gonna mess with him too much. But Pebbles, on the other hand, she's cruising around a little bit, so we'll go ahead and crack this open, make sure she doesn't get wild on us. You're okay. Yeah, so that was just a quick little look at a couple of the retics here. Just to clarify really quick, Twinkie is a lavender sunfire marble, and Pebbles is a purple golden child tiger. So pretty cool genes, really cool. I feel like genes to work with maybe in the future, although I'm not really planning on breeding. I just think there's a tremendous amount of responsibility in these larger animals like this, and then there's even a greater responsibility in finding like adequate homes for them and stuff like that. So probably never going to be something I really do, but I do really enjoy my interaction with these animals, so that's kind of why I have them. They're really cool, they're gorgeous, they get prettier and prettier as they age. It's like the best of color and personality and stuff like that. It's just they get pretty big, but in all reality, I feel like they don't get too big if you're not like feeding constantly and stuff like that. Like Pebbles is 4 years old and she's just over probably like 10 feet right now. She's still on jumbo rats. So I feel like you can get these snakes real big if you want, or you can kind of keep them relatively average sized when you're not just feeding them constantly and putting, because in reality these snakes, like, they're not getting massive in the wild like that because they're just not eating as regularly as we in captivity feed them. So I don't know, just kind of like a fun little thought biology experiment there. But yeah, without further ado, let's jump on into this double recessive stuff. All right, so the double recessives that I am like, working my hardest on, I guess, and like what I feel like most of this entire setup here behind me is primarily based around is the Clown Pie project. I think it's the coolest double recessive project just because I think it's the two coolest recessive genes out there. Like Clown and Pie, they're easily the gateway drug into the ball python hobby and industry. So I absolutely love those two together. I think Pies are technically kind of my favorite, but I really like the Clown pattern. So putting those two together is like, for me, that's just the way to go. So let's take a look at these two girls really quick because they both just shed and they're looking ridiculous. So here is little Lee. This is the Fire Clown Pied. She was from last year. Let's see if we can get her to maybe unball a little bit here for us. Oh, you can kind of see her head there. So there she is. This is, like I said, this is a Fire Clown Pied. She's that snake that doesn't like to eat. But she's gotten a lot better in the past couple months. So I think putting her back inside here, I know this looks like a small tub for her, but putting her back inside here I think help out quite a bit. It makes her feel, I don't know, like a little more safe or something like that. But here we go. We got the other Clown Pied girl from this year. This was picked up from DD Exotics. This girl is a freak. I think she is just so pretty. It's just ridiculous to me how well and bright and just amazing this girl is really aging. So that's kind of it, right? Like look at that. We get the best of both worlds. We still get Pied. We still get this wild, wacky clown pattern. We still get a really, really, really cool head pattern there. I mean, how can you go wrong with this? Okay, so there's those two girls, just to kind of show you what the Clown Pies are really looking like and stuff like that, if you haven't seen them already. And so as far as like breeding goes and like starting into that project, I feel like the absolute best way to do it, if you can, is obviously just buy them, right? But since that's not really that feasible, and a lot of times, a lot of these things that you want, like you gotta make your own stuff, especially in this double recessive project. So for me, like, I started out with double hets. We produced that Fire Clown Pied from a double het to a double het, got super, super, super lucky. So that was like, that's like I feel like the starter point, where you're getting your double hets, you're mixing a couple codoms in there, and you're shooting for the moon, and you'll hit it eventually. You will hit the moon eventually, I promise you. You just gotta keep pairing. So super fortunate to have her though on the first try. Hopefully we can get a repeat this year. I am repeating that same pairing. But once you get like past that like stage one, let's say, I feel like the next stage is to really improvise on that a little bit with kind of like, actually I have a pairing right now. I have two pairings. I don't know if they're gonna go, but this is kind of what I'm getting at. Okay, so here we go. This is the pairing I'm talking about. So this is obviously a clown girl, and this right here is a yellow belly leopard pinstripe pied, but he is 66% het for clown. So hopefully, with any luck coming up in the next season, we can hopefully just get him to lock up with this girl. That would be like, even just doing that, I mean, that would be insane. That's step one. Step two is proving him out. But I guess the point here is by taking this pied, let's say he does prove out to be het clown, we're taking this pied het clown and breeding it to a clown. So from that, we're gonna get clowns that are all 100% het for pied. And then on top of that, any normals that come out, or just non-visuals, they're all gonna be double hets because we have a clown here and a pied here. So that to me is like the best way to do it, because you're guaranteeing you're getting a double het, so you can keep those offspring back for yourself, and then you're also increasing your odds by getting a clown that is 100% het for pied. In this case, let's all works out. And so that's an awesome makeup. So hopefully out of this we can get a leopard yellow belly pinstripe clown 100% het for pied. Okay, now segue over to this. This is stage 2 still. We got this pairing trying to go on. Ooh, we got a lock. So we got, I don't want to mess with them too much. So in that case right there, we have a fire yellow belly clown. I'm gonna say 100% het for pied with that big old ringer on there. Bred to a pinstripe pied. So out of that, hopefully we're gonna hit a yellow belly fire pinstripe pied 100% het for clown. Now, this is where we're gonna go to like stage 3 a little bit. And this is like, bear in mind, all of this is like the odds gods are raining down on us and we're getting everything just perfect, right? So with that, we're gonna go on the other side of that. We're gonna get visual pieds that are 100% het for clowns. And then now we're gonna take, from those two pairings, we're gonna get our visual clown that's 100% het for pied and our visual pied 100% het for clown. We're gonna put those together, and again, we're gonna be on the same side of the fence where everything is at least gonna be a double het because we have a pied and clown on either side, just het for each other, kind of. So I feel like that's like the apex way to like really do this on your way to making like just all visuals. And then obviously like stage 100 is when you're just pairing visuals together, right? Because then you're just gonna get all of them anyway. So I don't know, that's an exciting lock right there. I just paired those this morning. I really didn't think anything was gonna happen. That male has been yet to lock with any other female except for this girl right here. He's actually locked up a couple times with her, so we'll slide her out really quick. And that girl there is the bongo combo. She is an orange dream cinnamon vanilla bongo. Obviously like mixing that fire yellow belly clown, let's call him het pied, with that is just gonna be, that's gonna be a great animal. But that's literally the only female he's ever locked with, so I cannot believe that he's locked up with that female right now. That blows my mind. I'm super pumped for that, and that's the first time I've seen that. I whipped out this camera, started shooting this video, and then just started sliding out tubs. And yeah, so good luck. This is a YouTube first and my first time seeing it, and obviously the luck of the tube has really helped out here. So yeah, I don't know, just kind of like a little bit of a rant video, kind of talking about how I really make my double recessive pairings. And this goes for like anything to me, you know, if you're working like the DG clown route, the DG Pi, the Hypo DG, the puzzle project, like any of those, like really getting like both recessives on either side opposite is like perfect, especially when they're het for each other. Like that is like the route that I'm trying to get to, you know, at least having one visual recessive on one side changes your odds so freaking much. It's unreal. Like that's gonna give you your best bang for the buck, in my opinion. You can spend a lifetime and a lot of rack space playing with double recessives. So it definitely takes a lot of time, but to me it's so worth it. And the way things are right now, I feel like double recessives are the new single recessives. So that's kind of just the direction I like to go. Fortunately, clown pieds are my favorite, so it's just, of course, that's the direction I'm gonna go. And ultimately, that's what this is all about, you know? Just chasing after the stuff that you really like and that you're really passionate about. And eventually, it won't matter really what's going on, if you're selling them or not selling them, or if they're $1 million or $5. It just doesn't really matter, because this is a lot of fun, especially in a time where we're all quarantined, right? Like, you gotta want to come into your snake room. You gotta want to see your animals. You gotta want to interact with them. You gotta really want that, so you clean poop all the time and fill up water bowls and do all this stuff that is outside of like the money side and, you know, just stuff like that. But anyways, I'll retreat myself a little bit. Thank you all so much for tuning in. I hope you all are staying extremely safe out there. And until next time, we will see you guys all later.